Hey, everybody. Well, since the holidays are upon us again, I want to share a little story about the holidays that in prison. I've had some memorable ones, but so in the mid 90s, about 96, 97, I was in ADSEG on French Robertson unit, and it was between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And there was a buddy of mine there, Lee Guillory. He was out of Beaumont or Port Arthur, that area, Port Arthur, Beaumont area, and but and he had a Bible that he was gonna give me, but I'll tell you the story on that. But let me tell you some of the other guys that were around us. So Jimmy Johnson, Fox commentator, used to be the Cowboys and all that. Well, his nephew was there, JJ Johnson. He's named after Jimmy, and Johnny James Johnson. We called him JJ. He's in a clique, y'all. He was Texas Mafia. Anyway, he had a bunch of pictures. He looked just like him, but he had a bunch of pictures, photo albums of out on Jimmy's yacht and all that. And he had letters because at that time Jimmy was with Miami, and he had letters, copies of letters that Jimmy had sent the parole board and said, "Look, man, if y'all let this dude out, he's got a job with the Miami organization as soon as he gets out. But look, we're in Texas. Jimmy had left the Cowboys, so there was no way they were going to do him any favors. Plus, they don't. You got any type of gang stuff on your file, on your jacket? You got nothing coming. Okay, so, but he had all that stuff, and we ended up. He got moved and I got moved, but we were around each other for about a year and a half, in right there on French Robertson unit. And he got his ass whooped. He got beat up. This little dude out of H Town, Tigre, Tiger. They called him Tigre. He had some beef with those dudes from TM, and those doors were real easy to Jimmy. You hear me? You could rig them up with a little piece of cardboard and open them. So Tiger was up there waiting, and as soon as they were calling showers, and when those lazy officers work, because they're supposed to come and handcuff you, escort you to the shower, and unhandcuff you and leave, but they were lazy, so they were just popping doors from the picket, you know, so from control. So when they popped JJ's door, and it's like he knew already. Tigre was up there waiting, just listening. They called his number. "Johnson, you going to the shower?" And he's like, "Yeah." When he opened his door, it made a particular little sound, and he came out. But Tigre waited. See, Tiger waited until he shut his door. So when he closed his door, then you heard Tiger's door up there open, and he came running down the steps, and it was on. You hear me? They started boxing. Oh, boy had a handful of bleach. Tiger, he had a handful of bleach in his hand, and he acted like he was going to throw a jab, and he threw that bleach in JJ's eyes and blinded him. And man, he went to work on him. You hear me? When he went to cover it up, oh boy just started working his body and his head over. Finally, the law came running in, but old Tiger just ran upstairs, went back in the cell, and closed the door. You hear me? They didn't do nothing about it because the guards would have got in trouble. See? But that was only one. About a week later, Tiger got another dude out of Cali, dude that was out of California. He was an ex Azteca. He was in bad with the Aztecas, and Tiger, I don't know what the deal was. Maybe they paying him. See, these little dudes do contract work in there. If you pay them some money, they'll rough somebody up. He was Central American. You hear me? But anyway, uh, same thing. He waited. When that door opened, he came down. This time he had a shank with him, and he started trying to box, but that dude, they call him Dorado, he was boxing him good, but oh boy, cut him, opened him up good. You hear me? And yeah, once again, the law came. Oh boy ran up there to his cell and closed the door, and they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing because they'd have got in trouble. Yeah. But all right, this is part one. I'll get to it. It's called oh man, what did I call that book? Oh, the War Horse. Yeah, the War Horse. It's a Bible, but it's been through some battles, so they called it the War Horse.